work as a project manager, and I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about all things Gilbert. So this is Gilbert. This is a shot of our downtown area. Everyone loves to hear about it and talk about it, and I will get to it. So this is just a little Gilbert at a glance, essentially. So we currently have a population size of 288,000. We are expected to hit about 330,000 within the next 10-ish years as we approach build out. Our median household income is about right around 112,000, and we have a very young population for the state. So our median age is about 34. Well, 34.3. I always ask how that breaks down, but 34.3. But we also have a very highly educated population, with 48% of our residents actually holding a bachelor's degree or higher, age 25 and up. So lots of fun happening in Gilbert. And then we also are AAA bond rating from all three agencies. So this is kind of like the town's credit score when we go for projects. So we love seeing that. And then we're also actually the 5th largest city in Arizona, but we are pacing to become the 4th. So we are right behind Chandler and Mesa. So we're really looking forward to continue to see the growth. We're a top 50 place to live in the United States and the number 2 fastest city on the rise. So this is just some information on, Oh, there we go. Okay. This is just some of the information about living and working in Gilbert. Much like Mesa, we're just a little bit more smaller when it comes to our labor force. Within a 30-minute commute, we're right around the 1 million mark. And I believe the last numbers we told you had about 148,000 people in the Gilbert workforce as well. We're nestled between 2 regional airports, so Phoenix Mesa Phoenix Sky Harbor and Mesa Gateway. And then we actually have 4 colleges and universities. 2 are in our downtown area, Park University, which I'll share more information on that, as well as U of A's Accelerated Nursing Program. But then we also have the Chandler Gilbert Community College, or as our mayor calls it, the Gilbert Chandler Community College. And then we also feed into ASU Polytech, which Brian went over. 58% of our land is actually for residential use. So we are a very big residential focused town. And then it's 18% right of way, 10% public, 8% commercial, and 6% employment. So again, we have a lot of homes happening in Gilbert, but also focused on being able to have those residents live, work, and play all in Gilbert. Our socio-demographic is seen as up and coming. They're ambitious, hardworking, looking to get ahead, and willing to take some risks to achieve their goals. We also have Boombergs. These residents are well-educated professionals with a running start on prosperity. And then Workday Drive is a affluent, family-oriented market with 2 working parents and growing children. So that's kind of how Esri breaks down our socio-demographic. And then something that residents and companies love about Gilbert is just the regional access that we have to the market. We have great highway access with the 60, and then the completion of the Loop 202, now even connecting more into the East Valley with the 24. And then also just the easy access to the airports. So. Okay, so this is a little bit about just the Office of Economic Development and what we do. So I specifically work in business attraction, retention, and expansion. So I work to bring businesses into Gilbert, and then once they're here, make sure that they're happy and want to stay, and they have a thriving business ecosystem to want to be in. And then we also have multiple different lines of service, but we're just going to focus on business attraction, retention, and expansion today. So we just completed our last strategic plan, which was FY18 through FY22, and we just kicked off our new strategic plan, so we won't have updated numbers until we complete the next strategic plan. But from FY18 to FY22, we had 18 real estate projects land. We had BR&E, which is business retention and expansion. We had 20 projects. And then attraction, which is we brought in companies, was 75, which totaled 113 successes. All of this equated into $1.2 billion in announced capital investment into the town, with over 1,300 jobs announced as well. This also produced 5.4 million square feet of new or expanded, square footage announced, and the business development team created over 1,100 leads. So like I just said, we did just kick off our most recent strategic plan. So these are our goals that are coming from that strategic plan. And Innovation for Tomorrow will create an economy that further positions the community in an innovative and resilient town for tomorrow. Premier entrepreneurial town, cannot talk. We will become the premier entrepreneurial town in Arizona, a community that intentionally cultivates and supports its businesses. Tomorrow's talent, I can't read it on this, I was trying to see it on both. We will build a robust talent pipeline to fuel the future of Gilbert. Destination development for today and the future. We will invest and showcase Gilbert as a prominent town for the business, families, talent, and visitors, and then celebration of our town. So we'll promote Gilbert's brand, a quality town for life, investment, and business growth. These are just some of the Gilbert target clusters that we're currently working on trying to bring into the town or are already existing into the town. So we have biotech, life sciences, and healthcare, photonics, which is the manipulation of light for like fiber optics, clean technology, and then advanced business services. So we see this as insurance, tax, things of that nature. So this is the fun part. This is the employment areas and the developments that are going to be happening in Gilbert or have already just recently expanded. So this is going to be our northwest employment area. Gilbert has been kind of unique in the way that we've grown. So we started a lot in the northwest and have moved into the southeast as we've continued to grow and as the infrastructure has developed with the town. So within the Northwest, we have about 2,000 commercial acres. That equates to 9.7 million square feet. And then currently we have 153,000 square feet under construction with about a 5.2% vacancy rate. Some of the major economic drivers within this portion of the town is going to be Northrop Grumman, EcoStar, Lockheed Martin, so a big aerospace and defense focus, and then Moog and the part of the town that everyone loves to talk about, the Heritage District. So one of our most recent expansions that's currently happening in this corridor is going to be the Gilbert Spectrum expansion. This is going to be 119,000 square feet Class A office building, and Northrop Grumman is going to be the tenant in that. So they're continuing to make investments into the community, which we love to see because it brings more jobs and brings more residents. So. Next is going to be the Heritage District. So right now the Heritage District is seeing about 1.2 million estimated visitors per year in our downtown area, which is incredible for how kind of small it is, but there's about 1,100 Heritage District residents right around the surrounding area, and then we have about, combined with the universities, we have about 750 students attending the U of A and Park University campus down there. And then we also support 140 Heritage District businesses with a 5% non-residential vacancy rate, so extremely low vacancy rate. Okay, so I always just love showing people this picture. So when I am out talking to companies, it's always really interesting because they always are like, tell me about Gilbert. And so I always say, if you grew up in Arizona, it used to be like the edge of the world. They used to be the hay capital of the world, so a lot of farmland. And I think something that's really cool about Gilbert is a lot of those farmers actually turned into developers and have really focused on developing it with kind of still that small town feel in mind. So it's been great to work with developers that really have roots in the town. But I always love showing this picture. So this picture is actually from 1920. Wow. This picture is from 2010, and just to kind of get your bearings, this is the Clements Garage. And this is downtown now. So, as you can see, we've had great development happening within the town, but again, we've worked with a lot of kind of homegrown developers that have really done a great job developing it. And I think something that really sets Gilbert apart is a lot of the staff from planning, our development director, the person who actually works in downtown, our redevelopment program manager, and our deputy director and director of economic development have all been in the town for 10 plus years. So they've really been able to kind of focus on that planning and really see visions come to life. They have a lot of tenure within the town, so they've really been able to kind of hone in on the vision that town leadership and town residents are wanting. So, what's coming into downtown? So this is going to be Heritage Park. I joke that this used to be everyone's favorite parking lot, just north of the Heritage District. That kind of gives everyone the bearings of it. The old Burger King used to be in that parking lot too. So this is going to be Heritage Park. This is going to be 100,000 square feet of Class A office, 25,000 square feet of retail and restaurant, 70, and then we are having a boutique hotel will also be developed in this. I got asked this last time. We cannot announce the hotel yet, but as soon as I can share who it is, I will. I know, I have people from the last one. Huh?
You know which hotel it is.
Yes, yeah.
You're not telling us.
Yes.
No, that's what we want.
I know. This happened last time. Yes. Yeah, they do. Once they announce, then we're allowed to announce, but we can't share yet. I can't take their, what is that? Yeah, thank you. I can't take their thunder. And then this will also have 250 units of multifamily. So we're really excited to see this develop. It's also going to have a splash pad, and then you can kind of see in this area right here, it's also going to have a green field space. So it's going to be kind of condensed, and a lot of the feedback that our downtown has heard is really no one goes north or south of the tracks. So this is really to try to pull our residents to expand beyond those borders. So we're really excited to see this project come in on all of the retail and restaurants and office that comes with it. And then this is going to be South Anchor. So South Anchor is going to be on the southwest corner of Gilbert and Warner. Yes? Oh, it's because my speaker notes are up here and then I'm having a click, so I'm trying to roll. I tried doing my last presentation without speaker notes and I messed up a percentage and it's haunted me. So now I have to have my speaker notes. She was actually there for that one too. So this is going to be South Anchor. Thank you for letting me know. This is going to be South Anchor. So this is going to be a 300,000 square foot development of retail, restaurant, and multifamily. We've seen a lot of this mixed use development start happening within the town. A lot of people have seen the Epicenter that just recently did their grand opening. So our residents have given great feedback of kind of seeing that multifamily on top with retail and restaurant on the bottom. So we are seeing more and more of this kind of development happen.
And which corner of Warner and Gilbert Road did you say this was?
Southwest corner.
Thank you.
Yes. Sorry, I still have to get my bearings on that. It's where, it's just on that hard corner right there. I'm sorry, Gilbert and Elliott.
Oh, Gilbert and Elliott. Okay.
Gilbert and Elliott.
Okay, no.
I have Power and Warner later, so I'm mixing the two up. Gilbert and Elliott.
So like across the street from Gilbert Elementary?
Yes. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
the
the Gilbert school.
southwest corner of Gilbert and Elliott is HG South. Yeah, so it's
Yes, that HG South, not Gilbert Elementary. It's on the south. Here, let me pull it up.
It's vacant on the north side of that corner.
Am I saying the northwest, southwest?
It should be northwest.
It's northwest, it's vacant.
There it is. It's this one. It is the northwest, right? Not the southwest. I'm so sorry. Northwest corner of Gilbert and Elliott. Oh. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so that's where that is. I'm so sorry that I messed that up. Okay, next we have the proposed Broom Dret building. So this is right next to Farmhouse. If you know where or Liberty Market, that like vacant piece right there. So this is going to be first floor retail, second floor office, and then we're really excited, third floor rooftop restaurant. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great addition into our Heritage District. Okay, and then this is going to be our Water Tower Plaza. So we are doing some renovations. If you've been in downtown Gilbert, this project is already kicked off. You'll see the construction fences. So we are just doing a little bit of a renovation here. So the famous granite ball is moving from this corner into right below the water tower, and then we're actually creating, because everyone kind of had that splash pad underneath the water tower, we are actually creating a splash pad underneath a shaded structure too, so that families can enjoy that. And then that'll also have some seating area for it too for parents. And then an event lawn, and then we're actually adding a water lawn, but the infamous water tower will stay the same, and same with the Adobe building. So. Okay, this is just some information on Park University. We're our current numbers for 2023/2024 is 500 plus students. A lot of people don't know that this is actually a traditional 4-year university, and it actually also has sports teams too. So they're NAIA. They have men's and women's basketball, soccer, volleyball, golf, baseball, softball, beach volleyball, cross country, and track and field. So we actually do pull a lot of the student life into it, and I got asked last time too, so I'll just throw it in. We have been asked about student housing, and it is something that we also have spoken about. And then we also have the University of Arizona for 2023-2024. We currently have about 250 enrolled, and this is an accelerated nursing program, which is great because we have a ton of healthcare within Gilbert with our Banner corridor. So, and speaking of our Banner corridor, I also always joke during these that I just want to be a fly on the wall on whenever we created our boundaries, because they're always so funny to me. Like that we don't go to the 60, but the Banner corridor does. So thank you to whoever gave us that little square. So, and this, but then I always joke that we also lost that little square. So it was a fair trade. So for development features, this is about 200 commercial acres, which equals about 660,000 square feet. We currently have 0 under construction in this corridor because it is the Banner corridor. They just finished a recent expansion, and we have a 0% vacancy rate because Banner has it. So, but this is a great employment area for residents, especially healthcare. The MD Anderson Cancer Research Center is an incredible facility, and they do amazing work. So we do pull a lot of healthcare workers into this. And then this is just a picture of the Banner Gateway Medical expansion. So this actually is a 350,000 square foot addition that expanded the women and infant services and added an inpatient care center as well. And this actually created about 600 new jobs. So again, the residents that are looking for that healthcare jobs, there's a whole, and then we also have obviously the Mercy Gilbert Dignity Health Center as well.
Doesn't Phoenix Children's also opening a facility there?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so the story on that kind of interesting.
Phoenix Children's is not being
No, I know, but they're opening up the children's hospital, I believe, in that complex. Is that not?
Yeah, it's part of the Mercy Gilbert.
Yeah, I think it's part of Mercy Gilbert. Yeah. So they built the building wrong, and the standards that were built in the building don't meet children's hospital code.
Oh.
So that's going to be delayed like a whole nother year just to get it open.
Oh, I was not aware of
So Children's Hospital, Phoenix Children's Hospital, my wife's an employee.
Oh,
They're bleeding over that right now.
Oh, I'm
because
sorry
they
to
can't
hear that.
open it.
Gotcha.
It's very interesting.
I have not heard that. I will have to do some
It's
research on that.
big snafu because it's a new building, but it doesn't
Yeah.
meet the codes for Children's Hospital.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'll have to thank you for sharing that because I'll have to look into
Yeah,
that.
look into it because
Yeah.
it was stunning to me.
Yeah,
And the CEO at Phoenix Children, yeah, is sweating bullets right now.
yeah, that's very interesting. I'll have to do some research on that. Thank you. Okay, moving along to our Gateway employment area. This development has 1,000 commercial acres, which equals about 2.1 million square feet. We currently have about 26,000 square feet under construction, but this number is about to get a lot larger soon with the groundbreaking of the ranch project. And this has about a 13.2% vacancy rate. Some major economic drivers for residents looking to live, work, and play in Gilbert is going to be the Lowe's Distribution Center, Y-Cycle, which is a battery recycling facility, American Furniture Warehouse, East Valley ER and Hospital. We have the Gilbert Gateway Town Center, Praxis, and then most recently, Anthropology just announced. So they have a store in Warner Commons. So they have, it's a distribution center in the back, and then it's kind of returned items that they're selling from the front. So if you have not stopped by, definitely do. I was super excited when they announced. So it's a great little shop if you love anthropology. Maybe I'm the only one that loves anthropology. I was pumped. Okay, so some of our gateway employment-focused development is going to be the ranch project. I'm going to skip over it because I have an entire slide dedicated to the ranch project. But Warner Commons is going to be that dot number 2, so it's just west of the ranch. Now I'm second guessing all of my directions because I can't think. I'm just thinking southwest, northwest. So number 2 is going to be Warner Commons. That's where Anthropology is. And then PG 202 is going to be just south of it. This is going to be an industrial park as well. Our industrial vacancy rates recently were below 3%, but we currently had some more industrial just come onto the market. So now we're about 6%. So still the heavy need for industrial. So we're really excited to continue to see it come onto the market. And then the Circle G Business Park is number 4, and that is an office development right behind, if you know where like the Target and the Walmart is, right there on Power Road, that's right behind it. So. Okay, so this is the ranch project. I'm not sure if you guys had heard of it or not, but it is a very interesting project. It did get a little contentious within the community, but both the residents and developers made great strides, and this project got pushed through, so we're really excited to see it from the economic development standpoint. It's about 37, and these are approximate because they're going through design review right now, so that's my warning. These are approximate, so it's approximately 37 acres of general commercial, 26.69 of multifamily, mixed use of 9 acres, so this could be like business park, office, and then it's 201 acres of light industrial, 18 acres of restricted light industrial, and then 16 acres of open space. So this project is going to be phased out, and they will start with the general commercial aspects, and I believe the multifamily goes, and then the light, I know that the light industrial is in phase 3, so they're calling for the light industrial to be Q2 of 2025, so I'm assuming the other things will come before then, since I know that the light industrial. And the multifamily and general commercial might be swapped in phases, but.
Can you repeat where that's going to be, the corners of that?
Power and Warner. This is where I was messing up the Warner coming later. Yes, Power and Warner. It's just north of American Furniture, or south of Cactus Yards. So this is the one that I was messing with South Anchor. So our central business employment area is 23,000 square feet of commercial acres, which equals about 10 million square feet. We have currently 80,000 square feet under construction and the 7.6% vacancy rate. The reason why this is a little bit higher is this holds a lot of our office. And I believe our office is about, I have the number, so before I mess up the stat. Our office is currently at 13.1% for our vacancy. So kind of as Brian mentioned, we have seen a downturn in office, obviously, with COVID. But we do continue to see the interest in it as return to office continues to happen, and we're still developing a lot of office as well. And so we're hopeful in companies occupying this space. So for our central business employment area, this is going to be our Deloitte, Silent Air, Footprint, Mercy Gilbert Medical Center, Isogenics, Santan Village, and then Corning Fiber Optics was the company that most recently just announced here. That's the photonics, like manipulation of light, and it's like the wires in fiber optics. So high tech, way more than I could understand. Okay, so just some of the development happening in central business, or developments that have already happened. We have the Rivulon, which is 4 million square feet of Class A office that we're continuing to see interest in. We have the 202 Exchange. So this property is interesting. This is right off of the 202 in Lindsay, by Campo Verde High School, that like grass, yeah. So this project actually went for a general plan amendment. Anything over 50 acres in Gilbert has to go through a general plan amendment, which goes through the public process all the way up to town council for approval. So it actually went through that whole phase, got its approval, went through design review, got its approval, and then it fell out in escrow. So we are now back onto the market looking for a developer on it, but this will be 1.4 million square feet of light industrial, but it does have 11,000 square feet of retail on the Lindsay side of the road for the residents, surrounding residents. So we are still looking for a developer on this, but we're hopeful that with how the market is, we'll find one. And then we have the Gilmore, which I have a dedicated slide to for that as well, so I'll get to that. And then north side of Santan, which I will also get into. Okay, so this is going to be north side. North side is just the property right by Topgolf and Santan Village. It's had an Oakland trailer on it for like 2 years. It's happening. So north side is going to be a $100 million development, which will include 6 buildings dedicated to an elevated boutique retail and restaurant space, and then 2 Class A office buildings and a 120-room hotel. So a lot of the Gilbert residents are really excited for this, bringing more retail and restaurant into the town, and then again with those employment drivers within the town as well.
You may have said that last time, but where are these people coming from to go ahead and rent all these hotel rooms?
So we actually pull a lot of tourism from youth and amateur sports with Cactus Yards, and then I wish Brian was here because it's been renamed so many times I don't know what the new name is.
Arizona Athletic Grounds.
Yep, that one. So we pull a lot of that, and then we do still, like surprisingly, we do pull a lot of tourism from spring training, from the Cubs facility, things like that. And then even we're hosting, Seville is hosting the LPGA Arizona Championship. So we do pull a lot of tourism to fill the hotel rooms. But yeah, so we're looking really, and I'm actually really excited because I felt like Heritage District needs a hotel for visitors to come in and stay right there. So, and then north side with Santan, we think that these are both great developments. But, and then not like the not so fun side of tourism is we actually pull a lot of medical tourism because of the MD Anderson Cancer Research Center. So we do see a lot of medical tourism as well. Okay, so this is the Gilmore. This is going to be Germain and Val Vista. Yes. Yeah. Did you have a question? Sorry.
No, I love that area.
Oh, okay, yeah. I do too. I'm really excited for this project too. I'm just really excited about all the projects, it sounds like. But this is Germain and Val Vista. So this is going to actually have 41,000 square feet of retail and restaurant, and it's going to be kind of enclosed, so it's going to have like a courtyard feel, and then it's going to have multifamily and office too. So this is going to be a great development. They actually just put their sign up with the renderings. I drove by it on the way here because I live that way. So another just great project for our residents and people that are interested in moving here. You guys are all residential, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Yes.
I was just gonna say, I think it's so smart though to do the retail below the apartments. We were just at Agritopia the other night, and I love it. It's so cool. Like I don't know why they don't do that everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Fraser's condo.
What was that?
Frasier's condo. Frasier, the show.
Oh, we talked about this last time. I still haven't seen it. I know. I'm putting it on my to-do list now because now I feel like I need to go see it. I'm so sorry. I've never seen
I'm
that show.
showing my age with that show.
I know. I feel terrible, but I need to watch that. Yes, we have heard that same thing from our residents. That's why we really encourage if a developer is interested in putting multifamily or anything like that, to maybe look at adding a retail or restaurant component. We think it's a great use as well. And we get that workforce housing that we really need, and then also great opportunities for more retail and restaurants to come in.
I was with a friend who's only lived in Arizona for a couple of years, and he lives kind of more central, like Scottsdale, Phoenix area.
Yeah.
And he was like, why didn't they do that there? And I was like, well, because back then it was all spread out. There was no reason to do anything like that. Now land is different than it was.
It is very different.
So smart.
Yeah, well, thanks. I didn't have a part of it, but it's all planning. This took this kind of mixed use development. Again, we've just seen a lot of success in it. So I don't think it's stopping anytime soon, at least in Gilbert. And then I've kind of flown by this. I'm so sorry. What's developing nearby? So this is a great tool for you or the residents that you have that are looking at moving into Gilbert. And I will send out all these slides too, so you'll have access to this. But also if you just look up what's developing nearby Gilbert, it'll take you to our planning website. Something cool about this is it will show you what it is for anything under construction, anything going under review with planning decision issued, and then building permit and construction underway, or neighborhood meetings. So if you have a resident that's looking into Gilbert and is like, what's going on here? If it is in the public process, it is on this website. So, and it's a map that they can just go in and it's an interactive map is what I'm trying to say. They can zoom in and zoom out and look all over the town, and as long as it's already in the public process, it'll be there. We try our best to update it. It is on our end to update it, but we do, so if it's like not there right away, give us a couple weeks, especially if like the planning decision was just made, things like that. But this is a great asset for you guys, and then any residents looking to move here. And that's all I have. So I flew by that. I talked really fast today. So any questions?
You're going to get a ton of emails.
Huh?
You're going to get a ton of emails now that we've got your contact information.
Oh, I'm a resource to you guys. So I should have started with that. So I work to help bring residents and businesses into Gilbert. So the fact that you have my contact info, I always say like the what's developing nearby is a tool, but if it's not on there, please feel free to reach out. Or if you guys are wanting a lot of these stats, I mean, she was in my presentation a couple weeks ago, some of these stats really change weekly, daily, so I try to pull the most up-to-date stats. So if you want to reach out and say, Mackenzie, what is this vacancy rate or what's going on, please feel free to do so. I work with the public all the time, so I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So, thank you. Yes, of course.